Hello all, welcome back to Consciousness Rising. We're back to the main body of my work now, the episodic Consciousness Rising episodes, they're not teachings, they're offerings. I've done, as I've said before, loads and loads of research into lots of different areas for years, absolute years. And I'm sort of condensing what I know down um, into a sort of a streamlined, hopefully easy to follow series, in the hope that it will help you. That's why I always say, if you're new to my channel, don't start here. Um, Go back and watch them in order from episode 1 right through to now episode 9. I've got so much more planned. And as I've said before, a lot of the earlier videos are all to do with self, because in order to change the world, first we have to change ourselves. Everything starts with self. And that being said, we're going to move on. The reason I do these videos, I'm sure I've made it clear to you before, I don't want money, I don't want fame, I don't want anything from anyone. All I'm doing this for is because, a lot was given to me for nothing in my life. I've met certain individuals that I might go on to speak about in my life that have been amazing people that have inspired me to basically go within. And I'm hoping maybe this will do the same for you or someone you know. That's all I'm doing it for. They're my offerings to the world. Right. That being said, let's carry on. I showed this slide before. I'm doing a series on these. There are more. As you can see, it's mind control. There are way more techniques of mind control than this. These are just the ones that I'm probably going to cover. I may go back and cover some others later, but these sort of like ones I really feel that I know and understand a lot, and I really feel that are important. Because the thing with mind control is, you can only be mind controlled if you're unaware of it. Once you know how these things work, you can see it for what it is. And this one today, to me, is so obvious, and that is divide and conquer. To me, once you reach a certain level of knowledge, you see this everywhere. This is played out all the time. Like I say, the idea behind this mind control method is to encourage opposition amongst the enemy. The enemy is us. Any little difference that these people, so-called power elites, can use, they will. Any little difference is used against us all the time. Played out mainly through the mainstream media, but not just there, everywhere. And people fall for it all the time because people are massively ignorant. And, like I said, I'm not here to make friends, and I'm going to say what the truth is. People are ignorant, and they don't see things like this. Now, as I've put, it's a genius tactic because all the enemy has to do is stand back, and watch. Just watch. People hurt each other and attack each other over stupid differences that in the year 2020 we should be way beyond by now. It is utterly ridiculous to me, this one, and it infuriates me that, people still can't see this psychological warfare being waged upon them. It's everywhere. Okay, and what I've done in this video is I'm just going to point some out. I'm not pointing them all out. There's loads of ways this is used, and you can see it once you're aware of it. You know, uh, the TV, the mainstream media. I mean, don't get me started. They play it. They play it on humanity all the time, and people fall for it. If people didn't fall for it, and that's why the answer is to rising consciousness. If you don't fall for it, we wouldn't have all these problems in the world. It's as simple as that. Like I said, as I've put there at the bottom, it's psychological warfare. We're always, you know, the lie is at war with the truth, and there's so much misinformation. But divide and conquer, we should be beyond this by now. But it's genius how people fall into this. It really infuriates me. Okay, gender divide, easy to see. There is a war on our consciousness on lots of different levels. Any difference, quote unquote difference, is used as a weapon for people in power to divide humans up. There has been a psychological attack going on for a long time to cause division between the sexes. And if you can't see this, I just nod my head. I see it all the time. Aggressive white male, um, you know, That's used a lot lately, but it's been the other way, and people fall for it all the time. They start attacking the opposite gender just because they're quote unquote different. We're not different, not really. We're physically different, yeah, but at our soul, at our conscious level, we're all the same. We all want the same things in the world. Most people who aren't psychopaths, they want to get on with their lives in peace and have love in their lives and form good relationships with people and generally have a nice time. You know, it's not, life doesn't have to be that complicated, does it? But psychological warfare like this makes life complicated because people fall for it. Religious divide. My next video is on religion, and I'm going to talk you through what religion actually is. You know, it's not what you think it is. And I'm also going to go into astrotheology, because most people don't understand that. They don't understand that religion stems from astrotheology. Another easy way to divide people is by their beliefs. In truth, as I've written there, it's like saying the mind control I'm under is better than the mind control you are under. All religions are forms of mind control. All of them. In fact, I would go even further and say all religions are cults. Organised religions aren't what we have been led to believe. In fact, all stem from astrotheology. Okay, so there is a truth behind religion, but it's not what you're thinking it is. Most people don't understand that, unless, you know, you've done a lot of research like I have into things. But, God, how many wars on this planet have been, you know, waged through religion? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This one, if you've been, I mean, this Black Lives Matter stuff that's been going on, I mean, I've read there. Another way people are divided was the colour of the skin. This, who was it? I can't remember who it was that said it, but he said, it's like saying, racism is like saying, it's like two spacemen going to the moon, and one of them saying, my spacesuit's better than yours. You know, the consciousness inside the spacesuit is the same. We're the same at a deep level. We're all consciousness. We're all linked. We're all one. And yet people still fall out over the colour of their skin in the year 2020. And the recent Black Lives Matter is a perfect example of how duped people are and how easy it is for the manipulators to keep humanity at war with itself. The truth is there is only consciousness. Everything else is an illusion. And it's people that fall into this, you've been played. You've been absolutely played like a fiddle. And it just saddens me. It really saddens me. But that, you know, that's why I'm doing these videos. Pay divide. This is another one. This erroneous belief that people who earn more money are better than those that earn less. Crap. Absolute crap. Money is a false construct. Okay? It cannot be eaten. It has no intrinsic value in nature. If you're living in the wild and, you know, going back to nature, what's money going to do? It's not going to do anything. Maybe build a fire, if you're lucky. Although that new plastic stuff that they have now, I'm not sure that would burn very good. But yeah, money is a false construct. People don't understand that either. You know, they don't understand how money is. It doesn't really exist anywhere. It's a currency, you know. But when you go, like a friend of mine said years ago, when you go and pay for a house and you go and take out a mortgage, and you say to the bank, you know, I want to take this mortgage out, this, that, and the other. They type these numbers in a computer screen, and that money just appears. It doesn't exist anywhere. It's just money, numbers on a screen. It's a false construct. It's utterly ridiculous. And I've written there, spiritual money, the only real currencies are time and attention, because it's in the word. You spend time and you pay attention. Ask yourself, what am I spending my time on? What am I paying attention to? What is leading me to be under mind control and to think that I'm divided from everyone else when actually you're not? You know? It's just food for thought, people. Food for thought. This one. Political divide. All political divide is rooted in parental abandonment issues. I'm just going to say it. Okay? It's all about asking someone else to look after our needs and protect us. Abdicating personal responsibility. And that's something I'm going to talk about in a lot more videos. Because a lot of our main problems is that None of us have personal responsibility for our own actions. We want Big Daddy government to look after us. You know? It's just more, as I've put at the bottom, it's more escape from selfhood. Going within, knowing who you are, taking personal responsibility for your morality and your actions in the world, and making the world a better place than when once you found it. That's what it's about. It's absolutely ridiculous. There. Truth of politics. Two wings of the same bird. Vote all you want. The flight plan doesn't change. If you think for 1 minute that these people in politics are in charge of anything, you need to do more research. That's all I'm saying. And this is my last slide. Short and sweet, but I want you to think about this more. This is the latest divide and conquer tactic. And people fall for it. Oh, people with masks on against people that haven't got masks on. When the science isn't even settled. There's so much misinformation out there. And yet, people with masks on are attacking people that don't wear masks. People that don't wear masks are attacking people with masks on. And I don't care what your belief is on this whole thing. It's still a divide and conquer strategy. And it's working magnificently. Because people are so ignorant. And it really saddens me. And I don't care who I offend. I don't care. I'm not here for you to like me. This is my last slide. I lied. This is something I'm going to be talking about a lot. This is the problem with most people. They have a saviour mentality. Abdicating personal responsibility in the hope that someone outside of ourselves will save us. This mind control comes in many guises, such as religious figures, politicians, aliens, or any other outside force of one's own self. As I said from day one when I started doing these videos, we have to start looking within. We have to take personal responsibility. None of these false religions are going to save us. We have to go within, people. And that's it for today. Next week, I'll probably do it next week. Like I said, I have no timeline on these videos. I do them when I feel like it or when I have the time. They take time to do and build slides, but this is the way I want to present this information. The next one, I'm going to talk about religion. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, and I'm going to talk about astrotheology. And then maybe you'll come to an understanding like I have. Alright guys, take care. See you in the next one.